Right, good evening. Well, as one of the kids said today as she ran past me, I said, "How you liking Fiddle Camp?" She said, "I can't believe it's almost over." Isn't that something? We have a truly good crop of kids this week. Before we start, I'm going to do a little kid education and adult education. What I have in this bag is called micro trash, and a lot of it's plastic, which means if we don't pick it up off the ground, it'll be right here next year waiting for you again, and the year after that, and your grandchildren, and it's like, well, it's just tiny little bits of plastic. What's the big deal? Well, if we don't pick it up this year, there'll be more next year, and the year after that, there'll be more, and pretty soon it'll be all over the campground. Now look, I want you kids to watch this. I'm old.
Wow, that's pretty good, Bill.
How's that? And every one of these, I was able to do that little trick and pick up and go over to the trash can, except I saved these to show you. This is not just, I know you're growing up in a plastic saturated world. I'm sorry about that. I'm doing everything I can to change it. We can't do it individually. We have to do it collectively. So, anytime you see little bits of this kind of junk out there on the ground, pick it up and put it in the trash can, please. All right, thank you. Quickly, I'm going to remind you that Trent is working on your thumb drives back there. He has one more night to add to the mix, and then he'll start printing them off. This is it. All right. He's trying to remind you that this is the last night. And so please, if you really want one of those to commemorate what you heard here and take it home with you, that's the way to do it. Talk to him. I think tomorrow morning, oh yes, tomorrow morning. I have a note here that says tomorrow morning. And then I was like, what? Oh, I wrote the note. I remember now. All right. Those of you that have been in camp before already know, I'm just reminding you, and then I'm letting the new folks know, this hall at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning turns into a rehearsal hall. We get comfortable coming in, yakking, and having fun. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I start rotating all the student groups through here to practice for the night show. And so just be aware of that. If you come in to get coffee or cookies or need a place to sit with a table, you're welcome to come in. But when we're rehearsing, I need you to be quiet. Just that simple. Yes?
And there's tables outside. They can just...
That's true. There are tables outside, and the weather's going to be even nicer tomorrow than it was today, which is fabulous. I'm really glad when weather reports are accurate. That's really fun. All right, we're going to start the show with two quick opening acts before we get to the main event. First of all, Natalie is going to demonstrate the Raffle bow that was made by Tyler and Sarah from Nashville. And it's the one we're raffling off for $10 a ticket, $25 for 3 tickets, and so on and so forth. And who better to demonstrate it than this fine young fiddler? Come on up here. How many more years am I going to say fine young fiddler? A few more. We'll see how. Natalie, here's how you know when you're old, okay? And you can practice this. If you fall down right now, we'd all laugh, okay? If I fall down beside you, people would go, "God, stay down, don't get up. Are you all right?" So when they do that, if you fall down, you're old then. Sorry. Okay, that'll be a while, I hope. But.
All right. Okay. So as you know, the stick was made by Tyler Andel in the frog and the screw by his fiancée Sarah Bystrom. I have one of each of their bows. They're both really excellent, and they're I think valued at $3,000. So well worth the tickets. So I'm going to play a couple tunes. The first one is Dougie Zell's tune that he bought in the auction last year, named Charles V. And the second is the Osborne's tune that was purchased in the auction last year called the Summer Tune. All right. Be sure to buy lots of raffle tickets and stick around for the auction.
Thank you.
There will probably be tunes to be purchased.
All right, well, we have one more opening act this evening. We try to be an international camp. We've had folks from Canada pretty persistently over the years. I don't think we've ever had any south of the border Mexican talent, but there's a lot of great Mexican fiddlers. We should probably get one up here one of these days. But tonight I've imported some special talent for you from Whoville, which is a little north of Switzerland, and where the Grinch, had an adventure. And I just can't explain the level of talent this is. I know you've heard some great talent this week, but nothing to match this. So, here we go. Let's do it to it. Come on out. So I apologize to Jim ahead of time that he was going to have to follow the best act of the week, but he's leaving. All right. Well, we're delighted to have back to camp this year, I think for just the second time. We hope you're a repeat comer, man. We want you back here. Make welcome one of the finest guitar players you're ever going to get to watch up close and personal like this, Jim Hurst. There he is.
My whistler ain't a whistling. That's pretty impressive. If I'd have done about a third of that, I'd have passed right out on the floor. How's everybody doing? Got the blues, I ain't got 'em bad. No, this must be the worst case I never had. I don't want the floor, I don't moan and cry. My life is great, and you're the reason why. You're the reason why I sleep so good at night. You're the reason why my future looks so bright. There ain't a cloud in the sky, there ain't a tear in my eye. I ain't got the blues, and you're the reason why. I used to be such a sorry case. I couldn't find a smile that would fit my face. I used to sing the blues until my well went dry. But I changed my tune, and you're the reason why. You're the reason why I sleep so good at night. You're the reason why my future looks so bright. There ain't a cloud in the sky, there ain't a tear in my eye. I ain't got the blues, and you're the reason why. You're the reason why I sleep so good at night. You're the reason why my future looks so bright. Ain't a cloud in the sky, there ain't a tear in my eye. I ain't got the blues, and you're the reason why. I ain't got the blues, and you're the reason why. Oh yeah. Well, you know, if you're at this camp, you shouldn't have the blues, right? Now, even when the weather was bad and the tents were flying over the building and all that, everybody had a good face. You know, everybody was in a good place, don't you think?
Yes.
And I was back there in my trailer sound asleep when all that was going on. So, you know, it didn't bother me none, so you know what I mean? I've had a really good week so far. It's really great to be back. Of course, we're all saying thanks to Fred and Jeannie, but it's the whole crew. I mean, there's a lot of volunteers here. There's the Buckley family. There's the people that handle the merch and the auctions, and the list goes on and on. How about a big hand for everybody that puts this thing on? You know, I'd rather be here than anywhere else because there's free food. But I've had a smile on my face pretty much since I got here. And you know, the cool thing is I've been here before. Last year, I didn't know what to expect. Of course, Fred, he's telling me as much as he can, but until you're here and you see it and you feel it and you realize what it is, there's no way you can tell somebody, right? It's like taking a picture of a great vista. The picture doesn't do justice, right? So it's a really great camp, and I've had a really good time. My guitar class is wonderful, and everybody's been treating me. I've met so many supremely talented people that I'm ready to just go back to driving truck. I'm serious. But you know, really, if you think about it, there's so many ways that we could be down on things. We could be in a sad state of affairs, and because of something we can't help, right? And we could also have everything we need and still be in a bad mood. In Nashville, Tennessee, like half the people are just in a bad mood because they're living. I don't know what the deal is. But you know, if you think about it, if you wake up in the morning, you walk to the bathroom, you can look at yourself and recognize who you are. You can call your name without singing happy birthday yourself. It's a good day, right?
Right. Yeah.
And the opposite ain't no part of nothing, is it? So I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day, and I'm so happy to be feeling this way, stepping lightly on my way, taking a pause just because it's a beautiful beautiful day. I'm out here walking in the weather. Raindrops are bouncing off my shoes. I didn't bring my old umbrella, but I don't care, I'm dancing away the blues. It's a beautiful day, such a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. There are times I feel sad and lonesome. We've all been there time after time. The crack of dawn starts me on a new song. Next thing you know, I'm singing, feeling fine. It's a beautiful day. Sing it with me. It's a beautiful day. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. I won't let the blues make me lose my disposition. Frowns are really smiles upside down. Turning a 180 to charge into the sunshine. Gonna tell the world exactly what I found. An attitude adjustment so profound is what I found. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Sing it out, y'all. It's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be feeling this way. Stepping lightly on my way. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Taking a pause just because. One more time. Taking a pause just because it's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Ooh. Thank you. You like that one? The kids are up here singing it with me and dancing. I feel so much better. I try to write as many songs as I can, and a lot of them are instrumentals, and the best ones come from inspiration. If I'm sitting around a table trying to put 3 or 4 words together, it don't really work out too well. But the music kind of comes, and it's usually inspired by something. My wife and I moved from Nashville, Tennessee, up to Glasgow, Kentucky, after our kids moved out and left us like rats off a sinking ship. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you understand? I mean, a friend of mine says, you know, you work hard to find a lifelong partner. You work hard to get a baby. You get a baby. God gives you this wonderful, wonderful package of joy. And you work hard to nurture them and raise them, get them to where they're taking the bottle and they're going potty in the toilet, and you get them walking and they're feeding themselves, and then they go to school and they go to college and then they move out. What's that? But you know what? I'm happy about my kids are 44 and 42, and they each have 2 kids, and I've got 4 grandbabies, and I'm just as happy as I can be. And so, but while we were in Kentucky, I sat on the front porch of our house. It was a pretty modest log house. We had a creek beside the place, nice big front porch. I love front porches. And that day I wrote 5 songs, and this instrumental is one that came through the trees and the water, and it was early morning in May. It was a beautiful day, kind of like this. And so if you don't mind, I want to get a friend. I call her a friend. She treats me nice. I'm the old guy. So Natalie is really famous around here, but how about a hand for Natalie? Thank you for doing that. This song is if you can maybe just imagine being in the early morning, sitting out in the country like you guys do. You guys have different country than we got over there. But I call this Kentucky Sunrise Waltz. That fiddle just gives me chill bumps. Isn't that great? Nice work, Natalie. Thank you. You know, she's so wonderful. But this is fiddle camp, and every fiddle player here is wonderful. Even the young ones. I saw the young guy playing his fiddle like this. He was killing it. It was great. Okay, we're tuning down here. I'm tuning. Well, there's 3 or 4 people up here, but I'm tuning down to G. So in my guitar class, I've been telling those guys, you know, you need to take chances, you know, and when you're in a safe environment, feel good. Try to work on the things and get it as best you can. But when you play, just let it be. If you make mistakes, that's what happens. And it happened to me last night, and I apologize to Emery, and this is liable to be the king mistake maker right here. But I'm going to do this for my guitar class. Came up with this version of a Bill Monroe song. And I hope I can get through it and hope you enjoy it. Thanks, guitar class. I appreciate you. Thank you. Woo! I probably shouldn't have tried that, honey, but. You know, that's a big challenge, and so I took a chance, because that's what we talked about in guitar class. If you're going to do it, and do the best you can. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, at least you did it, right? Here's a song that I wrote at a music camp in Alabama. And I'm a Christian, and I'm not going to preach to you, but that's where half of my life, if not more, but that's a big part of my life. And I was sitting in the cabin. It was like wee hours of the morning, and all I could hear was the frogs and the crickets. We had just got done seeing some of the instructors play a concert. And at that Alabama folk school down there just outside of Birmingham, there's some ladies from Gee's Bend, Alabama that make quilts. And they come to that camp and they show people how to sew quilts. And while they're in their class, sometimes they just break out into a hymnal, a spiritual. and they're singing while they're working. And I didn't know that until we got to the instructor concert, and everybody wanted them to sing. So they wouldn't get up in front of anybody. They sit in their chairs, and they started singing, and I'm telling you, it was like going to church. I had chill bumps the whole time. And all they were doing was just sharing what they felt about the Lord. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. You don't need to for this. But it was just a big moment for me. So I went to my cabin after everything was over. I was still kind of so warmly inspired and felt so nice that those ladies shared that with us, you know. And so while I was sitting there, I had the window open. And I say this, and this way I felt like this song came to me through the window. And in my mind, I had a specific vision. It was a black and white movie that went through my head as I was writing this song. And so I'd like to do, if you don't mind, I would invite you to close your eyes while I'm playing the song and think about what this is saying to you. It don't have to be religious. It don't have to be where you're at. It doesn't mean your relationships. It don't mean anything. Just let it wash over you. And if nothing else, maybe it gives you a couple of minutes of some relaxation, okay? Thank you very much. I'm sorry the guitar was so out of tune. That probably didn't help you rest any. You know what guitar players do when they're not tuning? They play out of tune. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with this one. Is it okay if I have fun? Yeah. Not yet.
I just wanted to see what you were
Well, you ought to been uptown when that old train come down. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Oh, me, oh, Lordy, my, I hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Come on, man. And he put it on one track, and he drove it to the Lord knows where. Oh, me, oh, Lordy, my, drove the whistle blow 100 miles. Walking down these ties, I got big tears in my eyes, trying to read this letter from my home. Oh, me, oh, Lordy, my, trying to read this letter from my home. Well, Reuben had a train and he put it on one track and he drove it to the Lord knows where. Oh, me, oh, Lordy, my. He drove it to the Lord knows where. Well, you ought to been uptown when that old train come down. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Oh, oh, me, oh, Lordy, my. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Play with me. Emery Lester. Thank you, brother. I got one more and I'll get you guys. That was fun, huh? Yeah. I was raring to pick, couldn't pick for raring. I got a couple more to do. Is that okay, Bill? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yes, it is.
I'm having so much fun, but I'm waiting to hear everybody else on tonight's bill. It was wonderful concerts this week, wasn't it? Yeah. Wow. And you know, tonight when you go outside, it looks like the sky is going to be pretty. Yes. I'm going to do this for Fred and Jeannie. You know, we take things for granted in life, I think. I try not to, but once in a while it happens. But if you look around at nature, what you guys out here in Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Alberta, Manitoba, British Columbia, you guys know this better than some of us in the East. A friend of mine, Jack Shannon, wrote this song on his way back from Terre Haute, Indiana to his home in Park County, Indiana. And the moon was out nice and bright. And he was driving beside the Wabash River. And he decided to sit there and write this song. And I'll tell you, it's one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life, and he let me record this. So when you get out there tonight and look up at the moon, maybe you'll see it differently too. Jack Shannon's Same Old Moon. Christopher Columbus saw it glow as he made his way across the sea. In 1492, how was he to know that someday it would shine on you and me? Same old moon shining down up there with the stars lighting up the ground. For disenchanted dreamers and broken-hearted lovers and sailors who we pray will come home soon. But we're all here beneath the same old moon. Little boy lies in the grass, looks to the sky. He says, Daddy, I don't know if cows can jump that high. But he keeps on watching till he falls asleep, like so many other children around the world. Same old moon shining down up there with the stars lighting up the ground. For wistful wide-eyed dreamers, infatuated lovers, and soldiers who we pray will come home soon. We're all here beneath the same old moon. Tecumseh sailed the Wabash in its light, and it was there as wise men followed a star across the sky. Kennedy and Lincoln ancient kings and queens, Jesse James and folks like you and me share the same old moon that's shining down up there with the stars lighting up the ground. From Montreal to China, Tokyo to Houston, Waikiki and even Timbuktu, we're all here beneath the same old moon. It's still shining. Isn't that a great song? I can't hardly sing it. I get all tongue-tied and weepy-eyed and chicken skin. But Fred and Jeannie asked me to do that song, and I do it almost everywhere I go anyway. But we're going to go from that to having some dance music. And I wish Dot had some room. I bet she would love this one. But I don't know that we have enough room. But you know what? If you want to get out there in the grass or in the gravel and kick up a heel, I'm all good. I don't need that. What am I need that for? I don't know. So I got these hosses up here to help me. Hosses in the southern vernacular means very talented, nice people. Out here, hosses means a whole nother thing, right? I'm gonna send this out to my buddy Eddie over here. Maybe this will make you dance in your seat, Eddie. I wrote this song on the mandolin, but we have a mandolin player. And I need somebody to play guitar, and I don't want anybody to show me up any more than they already have. So it's got fiddle on it, it's got bass on it, and on the recording, Buck White played piano. And I'm telling you what, if you want to just have a smile on your face while you're trying to dance in your car seat, get that, download that. It's called the Mando Bounce. It's a song I wrote on the mandolin, and it comes in the form of like jump jazz back in the 40s, you know, Pennsylvania 65000. But it ain't nothing like that. It's like this. So I'm going to share this with, how about a hand for Aaron Till for joining me up here? Yeah, man. And again, Emery Lester. And I sent a file to this lady here while she was cooking dinner. She listened to this, and she's killing it. Caitlin Buckley right here. And I will say, I'm doing an album release for a new album I'm doing at the Station Inn on Friday, July 8th, and this girl's going to play bass with me there. All right. Guys ready to jump? Ready to have fun? A one, a two, a one, a three. Come on and do the Mando Bounce. Come on and do the Mando Bounce. Master, Caitlin Buckley. Thank y'all.
Damn.
I only know 12 songs. I played all of them.
Another key.
Get another key. All right, let's do that. See what's going on. And now the end is near. No. And so I face the final curtain. Let's see. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
Mighty fine, Marty.
Thank you, buddy.
Mighty fine. Goodness. I think that's how you play the guitar. I'm pretty sure that's how you play the guitar, or else he does. Nice job, Jim. Thank you so much. Golly, that's the quality stuff. Now, as you know, when the next act here is finished, we're going to go into the auction mode. We do our live auction tonight to raise money for the camp, and tomorrow night we close out the silent auction. And so that's just a big help. It's become a tradition here as a fun way and actually, a nice, valuable way to raise money to support the camp. Plus your fees, that keeps your fees down. I've looked at prices online for other camps. Trust me, this is a bargain. So, and you get this kind of music. Now, the other thing I want to say about this music, we're going to go from what Jim and his crew just did to an entirely different world with two of the finest right here. And that's what makes this camp special, because the quality doesn't change a bit. We're up here right now, in case you haven't figured it out. We're floating at the high levels. And we're about to turn it over to an entirely different type of music by two wonderful people themselves. We had them listed separately in your program when we started, and we thought, that's a mistake. Let's just let April play alone. No, that's not what I meant. That's not. Actually, we were mistaken. These two have gone around the country making people happy with their duo, and we thought, well, let's get them back together here. April Verch, Joe Newberry, playing the good stuff right here.
Honey, hold that for me for a second. Give her a hand. Yeah, that's how we do it at camp right there. That's how we do it at camp. All right.
I need to be closer to you.
I need to be closer. Oh, oh, how is your sitters? Are you worn out? I just think you could be sitting at the office right now, so we're all right, I think. What do you think, Verch?
Feel good?
I don't know. I don't know how these mics are going to work. We'll see.
Well, we are thrilled to be here and thrilled that Bill let us play some tunes and songs together for you all. And we want to add our thanks to Fred and to Jeannie and to the whole
everybody.
team. And we can't thank them enough, even though everybody thanks them. And on top of that, it doesn't matter how good the team is, and they are amazing, but if it weren't for you all and how wonderful you are, and we thank you for being who you are and coming together like this and making a magical, magical week. So thanks for letting us be part of that with you.
What do you think, V? Well, the other night, we were passing around tunes, and somebody said, Joe, you pick a tune. And I was sort of joking around. I said, we'll do the best tune ever written, Arkansas Traveler. And so we thought, well, we probably shouldn't do that because we've been playing it all week. And you know what? It really is the best tune ever written. So we'll do two versions. We'll do a Métis version of Arkansas Traveler, and then we'll do a version of Arkansas Traveler from Arkansas. There you go. I think you would all agree that it has been a strange couple of years. And one of the hardest things was that I didn't get the chance to play with Verch. And we've been out a little bit, but this is so much fun to play with April Verch, late of Pembroke, Ontario, now of Horseshoe, North Carolina.
And Joe lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. We started playing music together in 2016. We have a mutual friend that loves music. She doesn't play music herself, but she presents music. She has a venue. And she kept telling me about this Joe Newberry, about how I would sound good playing music with him, and he was such a nice guy, and we should really meet. And meanwhile, she was telling Joe similar things about me.
You should meet that April Verch. She's a really nice guy. No, I mean, really nice guy.
Finally, we got together just so she'd shut up. Really.
Really.
And we did things a little bit backwards. Joe had some work fall through, and he called me and he said, you know, we've talked about playing together, and I had these gigs fall through. Is there any chance you might be free? And I said, yeah, actually, I'm home that week. And he said, well, let's book some gigs and go out and see how this works. So we booked gigs and then got together and met for the first time. Yeah. And luckily, we liked each other. And we've been playing since then.
So I love to write songs. I love when songs choose me to write them. And this I wrote with Cy Khan, who has written a lot of songs that have entered the folk world. Cy likes my songs, and so I get an email sort of out of the blue. Dear Joe, why don't you come down to Charlotte and write with me? And I mean, I got down there as quick as I could, and I knocked on his front door, and he didn't open the door. He flung open the door, just like that. And he said, here's, and we were off, and so I did. It's called Going Home. I've wandered far, away from friends, and everything I knew. I left my home, I left my kin. Sadder yet, I left you. I'm going home, I'm going home. I have been away too long. I'm going home, I'm going home. Did you miss me while I was gone? Did you miss me while I was gone? This hard old world, it beat me down till I was black and blue. The music gone, no more the sound, nothing left I found true. I'm going home, I'm going home. I have been away too long. I'm going home, I'm going home. Did you miss me while I was gone? Did you miss me while I was gone? lay down in some old barn, I dreamed a dream last night of you. You said you'd keep me from all harm if one favor I would do. You said,
Come on home, come on home. You have been away too long. Come on home, come on home. I have missed you while you were gone. 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 Thank you. So one of the things that we love to do the most is to blend my Ottawa Valley roots with Joe's Missouri roots, and they meet in the middle quite nicely. A lot of people in the Ottawa Valley used to listen to the Wheeling, West Virginia Jamboree on the radio, including my dad, and people in Joe's neck of the woods would listen to Canadian fiddlers on the radio. And so sometimes I'll play a tune, and even though it's not one that Joe grew up playing backup to, it sounds familiar. And we found a lot of tunes like that. We're going to play a version of the Red Fox Waltz that we both grew up with. And then we call this the Foxes. Then we go into one that's just called Red Fox.
and Missouri backup guitar, there's a lot of different ways you can do it, just like anything else. But we had a good friend in Chirps knew Taylor McBain. Taylor McBain, he was not afraid of a minor chord. He was a great fiddler. And he would say, Joe, why don't you put some of them $10 chords in there? So we'll start out the Red Fox Waltz with straight D, A, and G, and then maybe we'll put a $5 chord. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing, but here are the Foxes. Well, well, well. You hear her over there tuning. One of the things about writing songs is that, I love guitar. I love banjo. But sometimes I don't hear that. Sometimes I hear a string trio. Hard to get in the van with you. But we have April Verch. And she's tuning her fiddle from G-D-A-E to D-D-A-D, a low D and another D, A and D. And she will be our string quartet or trio tonight. I'm just going to hold my banjo because I like it. And I am going to tell you about growing up in Missouri. I wrote this with Cy Kahn, and I grew up in the Ozarks and then down in the Boot Heel, in the little fertile swampy area in southeast Missouri. And cotton is king, cotton and soybeans. And I'm one of the few people you'll probably ever meet that got out of school for cotton vacation. It was not a vacation. Every hand was needed. And so I think about that. I think about those white fields in September and early October. And I think about all the people I know who are gone. And I'm going to sing to you a song about my dear childhood days. I was born on a farm in southeast Missouri, the place where my parents both were raised. At night when I sleep, I dream of the lowland and the long fields of cotton of my dear childhood days. Who can still remember? Who smells the new mown hay and the white fields of September of my dear childhood days? We moved from the farm to a town in the Boot Heel. Still see the barn through evening's haze. The fireflies would blink their song in the darkness, bringing me dreams, my dear childhood days. Can still remember who smells the new mown hay and the white fields of September of my dear childhood days. Farms have all gone to blacktop and houses, to paved over dreams where no child plays. But do what you will, I refuse to surrender my memories of home
and my dear childhood days. Who can still remember? Who smells the new mown hay and the white fields of September of my dear childhood If you don't feel it, don't sing it. That's my advice. Okay, well, shall we do a little dancing? Actually, you do a little dancing. I'm a recovering clogger.
Wait for it.
In a 12-step program.
Texas 12 steps.
All I could think about in that last one was that I was so glad I didn't have the tiny bow. Well, Joe's going to play a couple of banjo tunes. I sure love dancing, trying to dance the tune. This is a style called Ottawa Valley step dancing. It originated in the lumber camps when the area was being worked and logged, and it's not that old of a style, but it has a lot of influences. So if you recognize something, you're probably right. And we're going to do a little bit of Backs Up Cindy and then Mississippi Sawyer, a couple of classic tunes. All right.
Are you ready, Verch?
Yep.
That low tuning, but we must move on. So, sometimes you write songs because the muse comes to you and you just sort of take dictation. Sometimes you write a song because the play you're in needs something to advance the narrative, and there you go, and that's such art is made. So, I was doing a hillbilly music version of Midsummer Night's Dream called Moonshine. And, I started thinking about, it was about a fellow that had a dream, and I started thinking about it, and he dreamed of heaven, but he was a hillbilly musician, so he dreamed of honky-tonk heaven. Now, you know how on airplanes they give you like the sticker that says, you know, peanuts on board may contain, you know, peanut. This song needs a yodel sticker. There's a yodel or two in it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Are you ready, V? Also, one of the finest country fiddlers you'll ever meet. So here we go.
You can't say that with these people.
I can say whatever I want, because I know it's true. I had a dream last night. I was drawn to a neon light. He, the doorman, he told me to go on in. Walking through the door, I heard walking the floor. When I saw who was there, it made me grin. On stage was a honky-tonk trinity, Lefty, Hank, and Old E.T. Salvation, and the beer is free in honky-tonk heaven. I floated toward the stage. Hank sang about the lost highway. Ernest Tubb sang a song about the Texas tea. Lefty said, I put new strings on a big guitar with wings. And the next I knew, he handed it to me. We sang a song about Nashville, Tennessee. Lefty, Hank, E.T., and me in four-part hillbilly harmony in honky-tonk. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to have to try. Don't think, just do it. In honky-tonk. That's absolutely terrible. Yeah, I'm beautiful. Good dream went away, yeah, I know, with the coming of the day. I got to get up, get out of this single bed. But things are not all bad. In fact, you know I'm glad, because I'm switching to a double bed today. I am glad I got down on one knee. She's gonna walk down the aisle and marry me. And tonight, I know that we will be going in honky-tonk heaven. I am going to be good so I can see Lefty, Hank, and Old E.T., and then spend my eternity in honky-tonk heaven. Up in honky-tonk
The yodeling got better as it went along. Should have done one more time, I think.
We did a tour of Germany and Austria and Switzerland, and we were, folks there have pretty darn good English, but we still felt like we weren't really reaching them all the time, until I said, well, here's one that's got yodeling in it, and it was like prairie dogs. It was like, yodeling? Very excited. Very excited.
It's true.
Yodeling is the universal language, I think.
We're going to play a couple of tunes for you. The first is from a great Canadian fiddler by the name of Ivan Hicks. And he wrote this one. It's one of my dad's favorites. When I was a teenager, I wasn't a wild teenager, but my form of rebellion was refusing to play my dad's favorite fiddle tunes for about a period of a year. And now I realize he was absolutely right about the best tunes all along, and this was one of them. So Shingle the Roof to start off with, and then we're going to go into a tune called Coming Up the Pike that I learned from one of my old-time fiddle mentors, Jerry Corral, who lives in Elk Creek, Virginia. We're going to sing a song that I co-wrote with a friend of ours. His name's John Weisberger. And it's a song we were talking about how difficult it must have been for some of the early immigrants to the Ottawa Valley, families coming from these faraway lands, not able to bring very much with them, and then having to leave their family for a long and dangerous winter season of work. And so this is kind of what we imagined might be the story of one couple, and it's called Will You Wait for Me? Whenever it's something I wrote, I like Joe to get really in tune, so just bear with us for a second.
On it.
I am going across the valley. Darling, will you wait for me? Through the long and lonely winter, till my face once more you'll see. Will you keep the ring I gave you? And tell none that you are free. When the flowers of spring are blooming, then it's married we will be. I recall the night we met, dear, as the summer breeze did blow. How I held you as we danced, dear, never wanting to let go. With the moon as our companion, as the stars blinked one by one. These are memories I will cling to till my season's work is done. When I write you a letter, do not let the days go by, lest my heart be filled with darkness while I wait for your reply. My heart trembles as I leave you, and I pray to God above that you'll turn not to another. You're the only one I love. I am going across the valley. Darling, will you wait for me?
All right, tell me what we're going to do. I've got two in the banjo. Should we give them a little heads up?
Yeah. We're going to do one more, and before we say goodbye, and then invite our friends up to help us with a finale before we get to the auction. Thank you again so much. We'll close with a medley of a few favorites here, starting with a couple of Canadian tunes and then a couple of old-time American tunes. We like to keep things as even as possible in this duo, so that's the way we roll with that.
Go, I'm in tune. Go. Now, lest you think that you were going to miss out on seeing a whole stage full of musicians, here we go. Get out here. Come on in. Miss Betsy.
How about another hand for Joe Newberry and April Verch?
Well, you're doing it wrong. It's like this.
And how about a happy birthday for Clark Wyatt? This is it. He's old enough to vote now, folks. He still can't drink, though. So. All right. Well, take a little relaxation, but don't go too far, because we're going to get things moved out of the way and set up for the auction. Mr. Worry Means, Dr. Worry Means, come over here, let me introduce you. This guy comes up here and plays